What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Carl Bethke.
I'm Mike Stadler.
How we doing, Mike?
I'm doing good.
Are
Thanks
ya?
for asking.
Why are you doing so good, Mike?
It's getting close to being hunting time.
It is getting pretty close to being home.
That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't anything else matters?
Well, you know, when you're a pretty big deal, my brother.
I mean, I don't want to brag, unless anybody's listening and watching, but I do have a nameplate that says I'm a pretty big deal.
Right there.
Yeah, it's there.
Mr. Big Deal. Hey, quick question, Mike. What is the biggest whitetail mystery in your eyes that most people don't understand about big bucks? If you learn it, can you take the information, use it to be better, and become a far more efficient hunter? Tom from Illinois asked that. Biggest whitetail mystery. Well,
Wow.
here's one, Tom. Here's the question. Here's my question to you. If everybody knew everything about big bucks, do you still think that we'd be able to shoot all of them?
No.
Hard no. Nuclear war, two things are going to survive. Roaches,
Whitetail deer.
whitetail deer, my friend. That's right.
Yeah.
What's the biggest mystery about whitetail bucks? Big whitetail bucks. You know, we've been radio collar testing. You guys watched some of our podcasts earlier. We did some stuff with MSU and their study about radio collared deer and their percentages and movements and everything. And basically their conclusion came to everything we know about whitetail deer is exactly what they actually do.
Right.
So apparently we know the mystery on big whitetail bucks
Right.
until you start putting their individual personalities.
Yeah, that's the
into it.
problem. Is none of them are the same.
They're like humans in that way, I think. I mean, don't you think that way?
Oh yeah, for sure. The biggest mystery, I don't know. There's a lot of them, I guess. To me, I suppose, like, you know, when they just vanish, when they've been there for so long, and they're just gone.
Yeah.
And gone.
Yeah, like you never see them again.
This is
dog.
weird, never gone. And you know, especially the really big ones, like we've both hunted some really big ones here and at your place, and they're just gone.
Mhm.
And you know that nobody got them, because you know everybody around you, you know, like we do.
Right.
Like, and they're just gone.
Yeah.
Where did
Nobody
they go?
shot them.
Nobody harvested them.
Nobody found them dead.
Yeah. And then the same thing, all of a sudden, one that shows up and then gets hit on the road or something, like one got here.
Yeah.
Remember that a few years ago, my wife called it Stevie Nicks.
Oh, yeah,
Heartbreaker.
yeah.
And thing had, I don't know, I got some pictures of it, had points. I had one picture of it going through my cornfield all of a sudden, and
Yeah.
got all cranked up,
Yeah.
and then I got hit on the road. And never seen that deer.
That was crossing right
Yeah, I
down
got
there.
hit, right here crossing, and the neighbor found it dead. And I'm like, where the hell did that deer come from?
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest weird thing to me, I guess. I don't.
Yeah.
And it baffles me every year, especially when you're running cameras and you're seeing deer consistently for months,
Right.
and all of a sudden, gone. You're like, I always figured they got killed.
Yeah. And that
You know.
mystery, is that going to help us hunt them deer? Not at all.
No.
No.
Yeah, they're.
The other mystery, I think, like I talked about earlier, that what Mike stated was a really good one too. I didn't even think about that. The other one that I think is a mystery is the individualism of each mature buck. Once they hit, we're from Wisconsin, so everybody knows. You guys, if you watch the show, you know we're from Wisconsin, and the individual personality of each buck is what makes them hard to hunt.
Yeah.
Because we've had bucks that we knew were aggressive. I mean, you get pictures of them
Yeah.
fighting, and they break up year after year. You know, a rat get broke up. You knew if you seen him the following year, you could rattle to him,
Yep.
call to him, whatever. He's going to come because he's that animal.
Yep.
Then you have the shy ones. And I
Yeah.
think the shy ones are the ones that are hard to kill.
Yeah, you call them and they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, or any little thing, they spook.
Yeah.
You
No,
know.
no tolerance for anything
Yeah.
besides what's true deer. And that's tough, and it's tough to
Yep.
figure that out. You know, unless you have encounter after encounter with them, or video or pictures
Yep.
that show that stuff. And is that gonna make you a better hunter? You know, you can kinda, as you get older, as the more you see more and more different deer with different personalities, you can kind of tell by their demeanor when they're coming through the woods.
Well, you know what makes you a better hunter? If you learned something from that animal.
Yeah.
Whether you harvested it or not.
That's a fact.
Did it teach you something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because every one of them will teach you a lesson that's usually sucks.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It just does. Like, we've both hunted some deer that we've never got. You know, the one that always is a thorn in my ass is Landlord.
Yeah.
That deer haunts me to this day because I had him several times around that 50-yard mark, but just didn't feel comfortable with the shots,
Yeah,
especially on a big whitetail, which is different than shooting at a muley or something out west.
right.
And then for him to go where he had never went ever
Yeah,
on opening day of gun season, and the neighbor hammers him with the gun.
yeah,
You know, it was just heartbreaking.
right.
You know, and like, that deer would sit, like I would tell you, like I was in the plot hunting him on the edge of that plot, and he would come, and I had that camera there on purpose.
Yep.
And he would stand there at that camera till it got dark.
Yeah,
He'd just stand there.
well, that's a sign of a
Yeah,
mature
and then
deer.
he would come out and he'd feed in that bottom. And I'm like, bastard.
Well, he had something and figured,
Yeah.
he had figured something
Yeah,
out.
he did. And whether it was me, like I didn't blow him off the property,
Yeah,
but I couldn't, you know, he'd come out and I'd be in the stand, be 50 yards, 55 yards.
right,
And I'm like, I can shoot you at that.
right,
You
and
know?
he just stand there.
And he'd be by himself.
Yep,
He didn't come out with other deer.
Yeah.
I never seen that deer with another deer,
right,
you know, which was another, it's a personality trait, like you're
Right.
saying. And then they get them, and that, I think, that's a neat thing
right.
sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's no different than like, well, the other experience you would have had would have been with Rat.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I had him.
yeah.
And I blew it.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100% blew that myself.
yeah. I mean, he was coming.
Yeah, I called him once, turned, was coming. I got anxious.
Yeah,
I called again, one call, and I knew better right when I did it. And he stopped, turned, crossed, circled way around me.
Yep.
And he wouldn't have.
yep,
He came right to me.
yep.
And I learned. Didn't matter. He never got killed.
No, he never did get killed.
You know, and
Neighbors didn't shoot him.
Yep.
None. Man, that was big deer too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it happens to all of us,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, like I said, the lesson, if they teach you something, like, and we talk a lot though about learning.
Right.
Learning, whether that's mule deer, antelope,
Mhm.
whitetails, we always are learning something.
Yeah,
Whether we get one or not, it's like, there was something that we had to do that we learned
yeah,
on how to get them. Whether we set a different location for them and got them the next year, or made a move, or didn't call, or did decoy, or whatever.
yeah. Here's a fine example of changing property. So the way the property runs based off of what a deer did. Now, I ended up shooting that deer last year, so I shot Captain Hook. But October 30th, I had an experience with him where he was down below me. I called to him. He turned, started coming back up. Well, there's a long mowed logging road right there, and it goes straight to a corner. And he started coming part way up. Well, he only came and committed to a certain position where I couldn't shoot him because of the way we had the tree set up. And he couldn't see the deer he had heard. He's only 20-some yards away, and I couldn't get a shot. But he couldn't see the deer, and it was a straight distance. So he couldn't see it. He turned around, went right back the other way. Didn't win me, didn't nothing, just turned around, went back. Well, now this year I changed the property. So right there's a jog in that logging road now. So there's berry bushes and all that growing up in between there. So he'll have to commit and actually give us a shot out of there. If a deer does the
or
same
go
thing.
away right away.
Yeah, but basically I learned that distance, they could use their eyes and see, and they would not commit into a shot area or a shot zone. So now we've changed that to where they have to.
Yep.
So that's learning also, the best way to do that.
Yep.
So, I mean, each individual deer, again, will be different, obviously, but learning from each individual deer or what you're seeing and kind of comprehending what you're seeing happen would probably be the best way to go about
Yep.
things like that.
Thinking you know nothing will always make you a better hunter. 'Cause if you're gonna be one of those guys that thinks you know it, got it figured out, you don't.
Yeah.
None of us do. I don't care who you are. They're always gonna teach you a lesson.
The biggest whitetail mystery, each whitetail is different,
Yeah.
and each big buck is different. They all have their own personality, and I just don't think, they all have tendencies,
Mhm.
but when you think you know a tendency, they're gonna do the exact damn opposite thing.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Yeah.
we've seen that a lot.
Yeah, you think you got it figured out, like, I'm gonna get this guy today, and then, no, I don't think so. They totally change. The only time they change, they do it that day.
It's true.
But it's what keeps you wanting to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I mean, if all of them just walked out, I mean, let's be honest, if they all just walked out and you shot any animal that came out every time,
Yeah.
it'd be pretty boring.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a lot of fun or challenge to
You know,
it.
there's no challenge to that.
So,
And,
yeah, I don't know. The whole thing about it is the challenge anyway for me.
Yeah.
I just, set up and all of that for everything.
yeah, it's getting ready more to do it. It's a pretty somber day, really, when we're done. It's a high and a low at the same time for myself.
Me too.
Like, because then that animal's done, you harvested it. Now you're done.
Yeah, I'd say about a day or two after the harvest, when I go into year fresh.
Yeah,
that's
you're
what I
right.
thought. Yeah.
Unless we got another hunt we can go to.
That's true.
We can move on.
That's true. That's good. So hopefully we answered that question.
Yeah.
We appreciate the question. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out this podcast, check us out at any of the podcast outlets around all of them.
Yep, check out our pretty faces on YouTube.
All right, and also our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Our Facebook page.
Blue collar bucks, join it up. Everyday people, hunting, public, private. If you're going outfitter, whatever it is, harvesting animals, get them on there. Be
Yeah.
proud of what you're doing out there.
Yeah.
It's not a big key swinging contest out there. So guys, girls, kids, get on there and post it. Be happy for each other.
That's a fact. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy.